Hey sexies, welcome back to Interesting Nothings. This is your favorite podcast by your favorite host, Jasmine Malone. Yes, we're back, guys. It's been a long ass time. I think it's been like 2 months or so since my last episode, maybe 3 months. I don't know. It's been too long, okay, to say the least. And I just really want to start podcasting again, guys. I remember my last episode, actually, I was pretty, I couldn't talk. Like, I feel like I had a lot of edits. I hope with this episode, I don't have too many mess ups or anything, even though I literally just did, but like, it doesn't matter because we keep moving, we keep pushing, and we keep going, okay? Today, we're going to be talking about my 2023 resolutions. I like to make goals at the beginning of the year because I like to have at least some direction for my years. If I don't have direction, I will literally just lay in bed all day. And literally, like, I hate that I will do that. I will literally just lay in bed all day because I just have no direction. I'll just be like, okay, well, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So I like to have resolutions so I can look forward to achieving them at the end of the year. Maybe I should do an episode where I looked back on 2022 because I feel like this past year was like really crazy, guys. Like, I feel like I've transformed so much. Like, I think this is episode 24 or 25, so I made a good amount of episodes this year, and I wanted to make more, but as time progresses and life happens, sometimes I just can't, sit down and film and edit and record and do all the things. So I'm really trying to jump back into it because I personally do love podcasting. And so let's get into these resolutions. Well, before we get into the main topic, guys, of my 2023 resolutions, I do just want to talk about how, well, I was already talking about the new year and everything, like how I'm kind of excited for this new year. I really think that 2023 is going to be an exciting year for me. I'm going to be turning 23 years old, which is actually crazy because I was like, wow, last year I'm going to be turning 22 and now I'm going to be turning 23, which is just so crazy. And I am just over the moon excited. I want to be the best version of myself this year. Last year, I will say just one thing from last year that happened that I feel like really took me off my track, because literally last year, January to like beginning of April, I was on fire. I was so healthy. I had so much self-love for myself. I followed a routine. Like, I was editing my routine. Like, I was finding things that were working for me. I was really on fire for like just doing my purpose. Like, I was making episodes left and right. I was uploading on Instagram, uploading on YouTube. Like, I really wanted social media to be my job. So I was definitely working my ass off, uploading and just trying to make content for social media. And I still want to do that, but of course now I do also have, like, I want to say a real job, quote unquote, but like I have another job, I'll say, and so I have to juggle that as well. But let's reel it back. Last year, 2022, an event happened that literally shook up, I feel like, my whole trajectory. And I stopped trading as much. I stopped uploading on YouTube. I stopped making posts on Instagram. I stopped podcasting for a little bit because I had to pivot. I had to pivot really bad. I felt like, and I'm just going to be super raw and candid. I felt like I was completely alone. I felt like no one was on my team. I felt like a villain. I felt like, if you've ever felt like screaming for help and no one hears you, like it was like something like that I experienced. And it just brought, like, it literally just like popped my bubble of me working on myself and doing everything that I said before. And it just made me have to think of being possibly homeless. Like, I was going to be homeless for a little bit. I was trying to find, a separate apartment. Like, I was really going through it, and I might even cry right now because it's just like I just still can't believe that, like, that event happened to me, it's something that I can't like fully, I mean, I can try to forgive. I mean, I can forgive, I guess, because forgiveness is more about you than, the other party. But at the same time, it's just super hard because it's like, I would have never, ever, ever like done something that, of that magnitude, to this other person or to anybody. Like, I would never want anyone to feel like they're screaming for help and no one hears them. Like, I would never want to single somebody out and everybody else is like together. Like, I would never, ever, ever, ever want to do that. And that taught me so much about family. It taught me so much about friends. It taught me so much about, trying to just realize that, like, really in this life, I come into this world alone and I'm going to leave alone, and I need to be my best advocate for myself. And so then I started working at Bombshells. Like, literally now I'm just going through my 2020 year, but it's going to be pretty quick because I really want to actually talk about my 2022 year. Or did I say 2020? Goodness, 2022 year. But that was like a major, major, major event. That thing that happened to me. And so then after that, I started working at the sports bar, which I would have never thought I would have worked at. And I want to give like behind the scenes of like working at that sports bar, because it was so fun. Like, as much as like I was hurting like deep down inside, and I was, I had a whole mission. I'm like, wow, I need to like hustle. I need to make money. Like, it's me, myself, and I. Like, no one's on my team. Like, I just gotta root for myself, which is so crazy. I'm literally gonna start crying, guys, because it's like I literally did nothing wrong, guys. Like, I did nothing wrong, and it just made me realize, like, wow, like family will do you like that. Like, that is so awful. So awful, so awful. And I also had to learn that karma is a bitch. And so karma and God will do his thing. He will do whatever, I just know that I do not need to get revenge, but it just hurts that it happened. Like, I can't undo it, but it just hurts that it happened. And it honestly just made me stronger. So I started working at the sports bar, and that was really fun. I don't regret that at all. Literally, like, started going back to my place where I was born. I don't even want to, actually, I guess I would say it, Dallas. Like, I started visiting Dallas more. I started to, obviously, since I was working there, I was just, in the city more. I went to see Kaylani, which I don't even know if I've talked about that on my podcast, but I saw Kaylani, guys, and it was so fun. What else happened in 2022? I don't know. I just basically, like, I worked, and then, I had my own fun here and there, but I just feel like if I didn't, as much as I love Bombshells and so much has happened there, and as much as I, was loving, like, posting on social media and everything, I just know that everything happens for a reason, one. And then two, if I didn't stop like posting on social media and uploading on YouTube and my podcast and everything, I feel like I would have been so much farther along. And that's also what makes me mad, because I'm like, wow, like, I literally let what someone else did to me, really, it's not even someone, it's one main person, but it's also like many people, because it was family. Like, it was literally family. And I let that, really stop me. And I'm like, wow, like, I shouldn't let nobody stop me. Like, literally 2023, I don't give a fuck. Like, no one's stopping me. Like, no one's stopping me. And I just, I had to put my big girl panties on. I was just like, okay, well, if I'm leaving, if I'm about to be homeless, if I need to find an apartment, if whatever I need to do, I will do it. But it just hurts when, like, you feel like you're alone in the world. Like, that shit is so, like, I feel like that is a part of my story. I feel like part of my personality is, I feel like I'm weird or, like, different than everybody, because not only, we are all, like, individually weird and different, but also because I've been made to be different. And I'm like, I don't know if that even makes sense. Like, I guess I've been, like, I'll say this one instance, and it's really, really, really quick. Same person. Okay, we had like we were at church, and I had, what was it, on my back, we all had papers on our back, I think, and we had to write like sweet notes to people on our backs. And we're literally at church, guys. We're literally at church. We're supposed to write sweet notes and everything on our backs, so people, you don't know what other people are writing on your back, but you're writing obviously on other people's backs, and you get to see what other people are saying about them. And so some people, like, they, I was like, oh yay, people are writing on my back, whatever. And then I realized that the same person wrote a mean, I don't even know what he wrote, but randomly this year I was like, oh my god, has he always been like just a fucking like evil person? Like, I just don't get it, because literally the same person wrote this mean ass note, and I think he was like one of the first people, so literally everyone else knew that he wrote this weird mean ass note literally at church. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, literally, what the fuck? Like, what did I do? Like, it just makes me so sad. Like, and I'm getting off my period, but like, it just makes me so sad. Like, and so, like, it's little instances like that. I'm just like, I was so innocent in that situation. I'm writing sweet notes on everyone else's, and then we take off the paper, and I look at the paper, and I forget what it was, but it was so rude. And I could tell it was him, because obviously if the paper's on your back, you can feel when people are writing on your back. And so when he was writing on my back, it was like big, like I could just tell it was his handwriting. I was like, what the like, this is weird. And of course I just brushed it off. Like, I just ate it, and I was just like, okay, well, this is embarrassing. Like, I got a mean note on me, and everyone else had like nice notes for me, and it's just like, I don't know why I'm literally just about to cry. Like, literally today has been like low-key awful, guys. I hate that this episode is so emotional. Like, I really just want to go and talk about 2023, but like, it's so much that's happened today already, and I'm just going through it, and it's literally the 5th of January. I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? But we all go through ups and downs, and it's going to be okay. 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 I say all that to say, like, I've learned this year that family, friends, whoever, like, anyone can turn on you. Anyone can turn on you. Anyone. No matter how much you're actually in their corner, they can turn on you. And I've learned that, like, I just need to build up that relationship with myself, and I need to put all that love into myself. And I can be still good and kind to other people, because that's just what I want to do. I don't ever want to be like, intentionally like rude, I guess. But I just, it's just hurtful, guys. It's just hurtful even thinking about it. Obviously, like, I don't know if you can hear my crying, but like, I'm just hurt. I'm hurt by it, and it's hard to interact with people. This is another thing I've learned. It's hard to interact with people after they've hurt you. And obviously people aren't going to be perfect. Like, people are going to, hurt your feelings, whatever, but it's just I think it hurts deeper when it's family and they know like different things about you, and it's just like, why would you ever like do that? Like, I just don't get it. Like, it makes me not want to do anything nice to no one. Like, it just makes me not want to do anything nice to anybody, because all they're gonna do is just make you feel bad for it. Like, I'm sorry, I had to scream into the mic. You guys, this is so real. This is so real and raw. I can't believe I just screamed into the mic. I don't give a fuck though, because literally, like I said, today has been all over the place, so it's okay. If anything, I know that I'm going to be a better person because of this, because I'm just, it's just giving me a lot of pressure, and it's just gonna form a diamond. It's gonna form a jewel. It's gonna transform me. It's gonna make me stronger. Okay. let's keep moving on, because I don't know why I really went into 2022 like that, but it was just, it could have, in my opinion, I feel like it just could have been better. And I just feel like it got ruined by other people. And that's literally like one of my pet peeves, is having my life being ruined by other people. And so, I'm not letting that happen in 2023. Like, no one is ruining my life in 2023. I don't give a fuck how far you do it. I don't give a fuck how, like, how strong you think you are, like how direct you want to attack me. Like, I don't care. This is my fucking year. Leave me alone. Like, leave me the fuck alone, bruh. And I'm so happy that, like, I'm home alone right now, because I can actually like scream and actually like let my emotions out, because bruh, like like living is so just sometimes, you know. I just cut that out because I just screamed again, and I feel like I need to like scream into the abyss, like like if you ever hear like screaming into the abyss, just know that it's me. It's like, oh, okay, that's Jasmine, you know, interesting nothing, she's just screaming into the abyss, it's okay. But also like check on me, like what the fuck's going on, you know, like ask like what the fuck is going on, you know, so I can actually like, you know, tell you. And I'm telling you right now, this is interesting nothings, basically my diary. Okay, all right. Speaking of a new job, I did get a new job and I love it. It's actually one of my dream jobs. Obviously, you know, social media content creation is like one of my favorite things to do. I love to create, you know, I love to design, but also I love fashion. And I feel like this new job that I have, I'm definitely learning so much. I went into this job like not knowing too many things about fashion, and I feel like I've already learned so much already, and I'm definitely, you know, growing. And I really looked at this job opportunity as a growing opportunity, and I'm glad that I, you know, took the risk, and I work in a new place, actually in a whole new city that I've actually always wanted to work. And so it's really, really, really cool, and I really do love my job. Like, at the end of the day, this job one was manifested from last year, because I told myself, I was like, I really don't want a DoorDash, you know, as my main income. I really wanted trading to be one of my main incomes, and also like social media. Like, I really wanted something else other than DoorDashing to be my main income. And then randomly, like November, was it November, or I think it was like October, November, I saw a job opportunity. I was like, oh, this is literally like, I really want to work here. Like, this would be the perfect opportunity. It's literally like a 9 to 5. It's like 8-hour shifts, which is so cool. Like, I get an hour lunch. Like, there's so many different cool things I love about this job. And again, like I said, this job was manifested from last year because I really wanted, you know, a main income job, so I didn't have to worry about money or anything. And it happened, you know, I actually got the job, thank God. And really, you know, I say thank God, but it's really all God. Like, after everything that happened in 2022, like after everything that happened, it made me, the good things that happened in 2022, like even going to Bombshells, even working on my content creation, like I saw God's hand throughout my journey. And I just am so overly grateful for all the opportunities that I had, for me to progress and grow, even though I was hurting, and I was, like I just, you know, already expressed all those, you know, negative feelings, because yes, I really was going through it. But I will say 2022 was still one of the best years. Like, I really learned how to become Jasmine. You know, I learned how to be sexy. I forgot to say this. I even cut my hair. I've always wanted to cut my hair. Like, I really think I took a lot of risks in 2022, and I'm just so grateful that God had my back through it all, even though like I felt like I was alone. I really wasn't alone, because I know that like I can always count on God through it all. Like really, God is my best friend. Jesus, like God of the ultimate God is who I'm talking about, of everything. Like he is everything to me, and I know that he will never leave my side, and he is the ultimate good person in the world, and I will never leave God because he's my creator. Like I love him, with all of my heart, because he made my heart. Like it just goes that deep. And even though I feel like me and God's relationship was like on and off, like I would talk to God. I'm literally like saying like random ass facts about myself, but like again, this is interesting nothings. The fuck, I say whatever the fuck I want. Me and God's relationship was on and off, I feel like, but overall at the end of the day, I know that God was there for me, through it all. And it definitely showed, through all the good moments that I had. I was like, wow, this is definitely a God moment, like most definitely a God moment. And I'm just so incredibly thankful in times infinity. Like I am ultimately grateful. So, and I thank God, for things every single day. Like I really try to be grateful, because there are a lot of things that I am blessed with, and other people aren't blessed with. And there's even, with those other people, they're not blessed with the same things, but there's always just something to be, grateful for. It's basically what I'm trying to say. Like even those other people, they have things to be grateful for. And ultimately, like I feel like being grateful is just really, really essential in life. So I'm thankful that I got this dream job, and I'm so happy to be a part of this job. In the future, I'll definitely talk more about it, but I mean, this intro is going on so long, so I need to go on to the next thing. But I'll quickly say that I did dye my hair. My hair is now blonde, which I've never dyed my hair before. I've never cut my hair before. Oh, that was a notification on my laptop. I've never dyed my hair. I've never cut my hair before, and I love it, guys. I really, really love it. I will say maybe I should have a whole other episode on like having short hair. Ooh, yeah, I should do that. Hold on. Oh my God, I broke two of my pens. I broke both the pens that I was writing with, because I got so angry because I was writing in my journal before I recorded, because I like to, have a little check-in with myself, and I just got really angry and I broke both my pens. So let me find another pen and write this down. But yeah, having short hair, like I definitely want to have an episode about that, having short hair. Oh my God, the chronicles of having short hair. You guys are witnessing me come up with ideas, right here and right now, and I'm not editing that part out. Okay, so yes, I've had short hair for almost like 2 months or so, and I dyed it, and it's just really fun. Like it's definitely a risk that I've taken, and recently I've really been just wearing scarves and hoodies and stuff because it is winter, so obviously it's colder and I don't want my head to be cold, but also I like wearing hoodies and stuff like that. Like I'll go into like more about having short hair in that episode, okay, in that future episode. But basically I love it, but also I'm ready to kind of go back to long hair, but also not. Like I go back and forth. I'm like, should I just keep my hair short? Like should I just rock wigs? Like I don't even know. I really want pink hair, guys, so it's really like, yeah, I have so many ideas, okay. And then lastly, my mental state. My mental state is evolving for sure. I definitely have an evolving and growing mental state every single day. I'm learning so much about myself, every single day I learn something about myself, and it's just really good to self-reflect and do the work to really be your best self. And I try to be my best self every day, and sometimes it's just really hard. Like sometimes it's just too heavy. Like even if it's like an easy task of just like washing your sheets, it's like, but that can be super hard to do. Like, and I will say today was probably a more tough mental, it was a tougher mental health day, I guess, today. But overall, I will say like my mental health has been like overall pretty good, pretty good. It's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I also want to talk about, oh my God, I need to have a shrooms episode. There's so many episodes that I want to talk about, guys. See, this is why I need to do this, because I like literally content creation is literally my life. Like I love sharing. Like I really just want to share this information. And so like I have to do this. Like it's not just like, oh, it's a hobby, like blah, blah, blah. Like it's just like I have to do it. Like I don't know what it is. It's an urge, okay? But I've been microdosing shrooms, so I'll have an episode about shrooms, and we'll definitely dive deep into that as well, because I love shrooms. I feel like shrooms has showed me so much about myself that I had forgotten about, and it's showing me so much about the world, life. Like it's showing me about other people. Like it's making me just fall in love with life again. And so we'll definitely go into that. Oh my God. I feel like I've been talking, like, I feel like this has been like, I just look back at the timer and I feel like I'm at like halfway through the episode, and this needs to be like 5 minutes. So I am so sorry. This is like so long, but I don't give a fuck because I need to say it. Okay. We're going to go through my 2023 resolutions kind of quickly, because I really don't want this to be a long ass episode. Like this doesn't need to be 2 hours, but I do have a good list of things to say. So we're just going to start. Okay. I don't know how many I have because I didn't number them, but it's okay. We're just going to go through them. And the way I did it, the way I structured it actually, is I wrote down like, I guess you can say like a topic. I wrote the topic. I guess I'm like, how do I say this? I wrote titles, I guess. Let's say like my first one, it says I'm going to have the fattest, juiciest ass. Okay. So then under that, I wrote like little tick marks. No, it's bullet points. Oh, well, they look like tick marks. It doesn't matter. Bullet points of how I'm going to get it. Instead of just like writing my goal out, just like, okay, I'm going to have the fattest, juiciest ass next. It's like, okay, I'm going to have that, but how am I going to get there? And so underneath each goal, now I can speak English. Underneath each goal, I wrote how I'm going to get there, because I feel like that's going to be really helpful. So that's just how I decided to do it this year. And I'm just trying different methods. Okay. So here we go. I already told you my first one. I'm going to have the fattest, juiciest ass. How am I going to get there? Do I want to say everything? Yeah, I'll just say like partly like how I'm going to get there. I'm just like, now I'm like, should I say like how I'm going to get there? But I kind of do want to just say it, because I feel like saying it, it's kind of like holding me accountable. So how I'm going to get there? Well, I really want to work out more. So I haven't been working out as much as I wanted to. At Bombshells, I used to work out so much. Because I was just walking around, and I would wear like these boots like that have a heel with it. So I'm definitely like working out. Like I would walk, it feels like miles around the restaurant, because like the restaurant was big and it had like stairs, and I had to go like, sometimes the sections were outside, and it was just a whole thing. So I had to like just walk around. So I feel like I definitely like look more like a fucking noodle now. Because literally I was looking at my Snapchat memories and I was like, oh my God, I used to be like kind of thick, even though I still had no ass. I mean, I kind of had an ass, but like I was just thick. Now I feel like I'm more like on the thinner side, but I want to be more toned. And so I put here, my workout goals is to build a butt, to tone my body, and to be slim thick, because I feel like I'm already slim thick, but I feel like I can be like even better, like a better slim thick. Like I want to walk out and then like have like guys drool over my body, but at the same time, me saying that, I'm just like, well, I also don't want to be sexualized. Like I have like this battle. I feel like every female feels this. Like they have a battle of like wanting to be like sexualized, like people like they want like men or whoever, if you're not if you're not heterosexual, you want to be desired, you know? And I want it for me, but I also want it to be like, I'm that piece of meat, like the most juiciest piece of meat that you'll never be able to touch ever in your fucking life. So like, yeah, that's what I want. Like I want to I want to dangle the banana in front of the fucking monkey and they're never going to reach it. So yeah, so I want to build a butt, tone my body slim thick. I want perkier boobs. I want to like work on my shape, like, so whenever I work out, just, you know, like just build up my shape. I really want to do that this year. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it. Okay, I'm doing it. And also I want to build up my leg and arm muscles, because I really feel like I look like a noodle there. I mean, I have some muscle actually, because I did used to work out. Like I used to work out almost every day after work. When I worked at Ross, I used to work out almost every day. Like I used to work out almost every single day after work. I used to cycle. Like it was really fun. So, and even with that, like I'll quickly say, like, I started in the back of the class because I didn't want anyone to look at me, and then I ended up being like one of the front row, like bicyclists. Like I feel like that's always my story. Like I always start on the fucking bottom. Actually, that happens with like literally every human being, but I feel like this really happens with me, like literally at Bombshells. I mean, I was already pretty and gorgeous, but also like I grew so much. Like I knew how to like try to be sexier, like actually like, you know, tapped into my sexy. I tapped into like how to talk to men, like how to talk to females. At the end of the day, I love Bombshells because it like, Bombshells creates a bombshell. Like it's not like you have to be a bombshell to already, you know, work there. Like you definitely grow. At least for me, it created a bombshell in me, and that's why I love Bombshells. Like I will never ever regret it, even though they still have me fucked up, but like I will never forget it and never regret it, because it was just such a pivotal point of my femininity, honestly. But then I realized, I'm like, oh wait, I don't want to be like over sexualized, you know, type shit. And that's why I taught my hair and like literally the whole story. So I can go into that whenever I talk about my hair being short. Okay, but let's move on, because we're talking too much about this first goal and we have a lot of goals to talk about. My second goal, I said, is I'm going to journal about my feelings more / meditate. So I will say meditating has helped me so much, you guys. I have this one app. What's it called? Let me get my phone out so I can just share it with y'all, because it's really been helping me, guys. What's it called? Insight Timer. And it's really nice because it has like a ton of meditations on there. And I used to look up meditations on like YouTube and stuff, but like this Insight Timer has like specific meditations, and I really like this one meditation. It's just like the regular, I feel like everyone who like goes on the app, like you've probably listened to this meditation. It's probably one of your first ones that you've listened to because it's like really popular, but it's like this morning meditation, and I've been doing it past couple mornings, and honestly it's put me in the right headspace for the day. Like it's really helped me. So I would definitely recommend that. And I'm going to be meditating more. I even, you know, I put on here, like I said, I want to journal more. Like I just journaled before I did this podcast because I really want to like just be centered in myself, because I also learned last year that like not journaling or not meditating or not even like focusing on yourself will literally leave you like looking like my mindset was just so, my mental health actually and my mindset was just all over the place. Like I was responding to things, like it's like I was not even me, because I wasn't checking in with myself. Like I wasn't doing the work. Basically I wasn't doing the work to like really help myself, like ground myself. I wasn't grounded, even though like I would talk to God and everything, and I would, you know, ground myself in certain ways. But like I feel like journaling, I talk to God by journaling. I talk to God by, you know, just talking out loud. I meditate. I try to connect to God in that way. So I really try to use those methods and just carve out time to like just really focus on myself and put myself in the right headspace, because I've learned, like I said, if I don't do that, I will go crazy and I will not act like myself. I will be like just irritated and annoyed like today. And I've just learned like I need to have that dedicated time to myself, because even, most of my teenage years, which I talked about this, before, if you listen to my earlier podcast episodes, which you probably haven't, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll just quickly say it now. I didn't really pay attention to myself. I always put myself last, because I was like, oh, well, Jesus is first, and then others, and then, or God, Jesus is first, and then others, and then yourself. You're third, right? And I'm like, no, hell no. Like, it's God, then me, then really others. Like, it shouldn't be God, others, than you. I mean, yes, you should be serving others, but like, you need to have your own grounded self. Like, you shouldn't put yourself last. Like, that even in itself, oh my God, maybe I should talk about like, I should talk about my trauma with religion as well, because I think I've touched on it actually before, like my thoughts about religion and everything, but I'm just going to write it down actually really quick, because that's also a topic, like why I'm not religious, which I think I did already touch on this, but I'm gonna check on it anyways. Let's keep moving, okay? But basically, I'm just gonna journal and meditate more. It really helps me put myself in the right headspace for the day. And with these next ones, actually, I don't think I'm going to like try to say like what I'm gonna do to achieve these goals, because I feel like that's just gonna make the episode super long. So I'm just gonna try to go through just the goals, and hopefully it'll be a little bit shorter, and I just really want to put it out into the world. Okay, this is kind of like my form of like meditating, so we're just gonna not meditating, manifesting, so we're just gonna do it. Okay, so I have to say it. Okay, my next goal is I'm going to stay more balanced with my schedule. So yeah, I put like get up out of bed in all caps, because I am prone to just staying in my fucking bed, and it's so annoying. I'm like, I need to fucking get off YouTube. I need to get up. I need to get ready, like get my ass up, wash my face, like, like have a whole, like just start my day, because if I don't start my day, I will literally just lay in bed. Like I hate that about myself, and that's just like an old habit that I had, because I feel like like growing up, I was just like, it was just almost too much. Like it was almost, and I feel like I was just like undiagnosed, like depressed, and I don't want to be like that. Like I need to push out of that. Like, no, we need to get up, we need to wash our face, need to brush our teeth, need to, do our face routine, shower, put lotion on, like take care of yourself. Like I need to just do that. Like, and that's me to me, because sometimes I'm too lazy. Like I said, like it's too heavy. Like it's too heavy to do it, and I'm like, it doesn't need to be heavy. Next, I said I'm going to catch up culturally. So I feel like, oh my God, all of these have like reasonings behind it. So I guess I'll just say the reasonings behind all of these, and not like how I'm going to like do it. But I guess by explaining the reasonings, I don't know, it might reveal like how I'm going to achieve the goal. But basically, most of my life I feel like I was kind of disconnected and numb and everything. I mean, I've already kind of touched on this, so I'm not going to go into it deeply, but because of that, I really want to like just catch up. Like I want to watch like adult like cartoons, like I want to watch more movies. Like I really want to like just be enriched in culture, because I feel like I have it, but I also don't. And I feel like there's a lot of things that I missed out on, and I don't want to miss out on it. So yeah, there's that I want to do. Next, I said I'm going to know how to do wigs. So cute, because I really want to know how to like actually apply a wig. I said apply. I really want to know how to really install a wig on my head. I have this one wig, and it's not a headband wig, because headband wigs are so easy. Like you just plop it on your head, and I think I've mastered the headband wig, and now I feel like it's time to elevate and grow, and I really just want to like master that shit. Like I just want to get a wig sponsorship and apply that shit and do it, so I really want to have them look cute, and I'm gonna do that this year, period. My next one is I'm going to get wig sponsorships. So yeah, like I said, manifesting. I'm going to get wig sponsorships because wigs fucking expensive, okay? My next goal, I said I'm going to work on my YouTube, podcast, and trading, TikTok. So basically just like uploading on social media. And I still want to get back into trading because I feel like trading is definitely a great investing opportunity for anyone who is interested and learns actually about trading, but it is risky because you're never going to be fully right like all of the time. Like that never happens to anyone, no matter what strategy they choose. And so it's like a risk, like literally it's literally gambling, but like on a lower scale. And so I do want to, build that skill with trading. Like I really, really, really do. And I have to be more, I have to practice it in order for myself to get better at it. So that's why I put trading on there. I said next I'm going to eat a healthier diet because I've noticed that once I eat healthier, I really do operate better. My mind is more clear. I feel like I have more control over my body, which is weird. I don't feel like a toxic piece of shit either. Like it just helps like my mental. And also having a healthier diet, like I said, it helps my mental and it makes me really know how to like navigate bullshit too. I just want to love on myself more. Basically, like that's one of the main goals, is to love on myself more. So in order to like love on myself, I want to have a healthier diet so I can continue to love on myself more. If I keep putting fucking junk in my body, then I'm not going to really love myself, because I'm not, like, what you eat is what you are. So if I'm eating junk, then I become junk, and I'm not trying to become junk. Okay. My next one is I'm going to find my true friend, the real, rare, and the rough. You guys, I feel like I'm really my only like true friend. I have like a couple like online friends, but like I want to make new friends. It's really hard for me to make friends. I feel like it's really hard in general, like for adults to make friends with other adults, because it's just harder. And so for me specifically, I feel like it's harder because I feel like you have to go through those like beginning stages of like, learning about each other, which is no big deal. But then something always happens where you have to like, define the friendship. It's like, okay, are we friends? Like, are we just like, like what's going on here? Like, are you about to like really like be on my team, or are you not, is basically what it is. And I have this one friend that I feel like she's like an actual friend. Like we're actually like on each other's team. Like, I will defend her, she will defend me, hopefully. I don't know. I don't really trust anyone because I feel like anyone can fold, which they can. But I feel like I have one friend that's like that, but I really just want to find more friends. Honestly, like, you shouldn't be in life alone, I've learned, and I feel like I will find them this year, or the friend that I'm talking about right now will be the actual real rare and the rough, and I'm excited about it. So we'll see. I will definitely let you guys know in future episodes. Obviously, my next one is I'm going to work on being more present. You guys, I feel like I used to like run away from being present. I was just like my safe space was like disassociating. So I really just want to be more present. And I feel like shrooms kind of like helps me with that. So that's why I love shrooms. Next, I'm going to allow time for myself to be alone. So as much as I really want a friend and everything, I am an introvert. I feel like at heart I'm an introvert, but I can also be like very extroverted. It's really weird. I always say I'm an ambivert, but at some point in time I do need to be alone, or else I will blow up on you, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, allowing that time for myself to be alone is essential. Next, I said I'm not going to be a prideful bitch. So I've realized, like, really this year, I've realized that I think I've become what other people have said about me, and I'll explain. So basically, I feel like I would like unintentionally be quote unquote prideful in the most purest and most innocent way. I was never really trying to be prideful, like, or if other people would win something, I would always be, super happy for them. Like, I would never feel any animosity, any of that shit. But I've realized that this year, this year was like the first, or not this year, it's 2023, last year I guess, was the first time, that really multiple times, because I realized, I'm like, wait, this is a pattern, what's going on here, like there's something off here. And I realized that I think I became like this prideful, I don't think I became like this prideful person, but I think, how do I say this, I think I just became toxic, where I didn't want to see anyone else win. And I realized that because like my facial expressions when someone else would win, I feel like it shows that like I was not happy. And I'm like, if anything, that just shows like how unhappy I was in my life. That has nothing to do with the other person, that has everything to do with me. And so seeing someone else win, or seeing someone else happy, or seeing someone else like all these things, that it made me realize, I'm like, wow, I think I have something wrong with me. Because why do I not want to see them happy? Why do I not want to see them win? You know, like I keep saying, like that's not good. So like I realized, I'm like, oh, maybe I have like a jealous issue, but it's not really me being jealous, because at the end of the day, like I know that I'm a winner. Even if I lose, like I know that I'm a winner. And if anything, like everything is a learning lesson, so it really doesn't have to be that fucking serious. But at the same time, like I realize, I think I just finally became like, you know how like sometimes the person who's being bullied can become a bully. And I think for me, I became what someone else has already like done to me. Like I think because I have quote unquote like, you know, and me saying this again, not being prideful, because I feel like I have to always put that disclaimer out there, because it can sound like I'm being prideful without any disclaimer. So I always have to put that there. But I feel like I've unintentionally like won things, and people weren't happy that I was winning. And I think I slowly became that, and I'm like, whoa, this is not me at all. Like I love to see other people win. I really want to encourage other people. I want to be that person that they know is in their corner. Like I don't want to be a person that's like disgusted or feels mad or angry that they're winning. So I've noticed that in myself, and that was just one of my toxic traits that I really want to fix. So that's why I said I'm not going to be a prideful bitch. Next, I said I'm going to stay to my roots of being a bad bitch no matter what hairstyle. Period, poo. Because literally having short hair was definitely an adjustment, I will say. And again, I'm going to go into, you know, everything in my hair episode, the short hair episode. But, you know, being a bad bitch in whatever hairstyle I have is a must. Like, period. I'm a bad bitch no matter the hairstyle. Like, the fuck, bro? Like, I don't care. I'm a bad bitch, and I'm also a nigga. Like, get the fuck out of my face. Like, the whole thing. Next point. I'm going to truly love on myself through all of my mistakes. So I feel like, you know, you're your own biggest critic, and I feel like I think I've said this already in this episode, that no one is perfect. And so I really want to extend that grace and compassion towards myself, because I mess up a lot, and I really jump down my neck because I'm like, I don't want to mess up, and I just really want to love myself through mistakes. And it's really hard for me to do that, but I just have to. In order to grow, I have to. So that's why I put it on there. I said I'm going to maybe see a therapist of some sort, and I said maybe see a therapist in all caps, because I don't know. I feel like I won't need to see a therapist, because I feel like I found my ways of like actually like coping with what's happening. But if it ever gets to that point where like I need to, I really want to like actually open the opportunity to actually do it, because I know a therapist would actually help. I mean, I kind of treat these episodes as kind of therapy, because I was like, I'm talking to whoever is listening. But at the same time, like, it would be good to hear what a therapist, you know, someone who's truly unbiased and there to actually like help you and listen to you, would have to say. So I'm just saying, like, I'm open to it. That's basically what that goal is. And if I really, really, really need to, then I'm going to do it, is basically why I put that down. My next one, and we're going to go through these pretty quick because I feel like this episode is really going to be long and I don't want it to be like super fucking long. Okay, so I said, I'm going to enjoy this year no matter what comes my way. And like I said at the beginning of this episode, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm gonna enjoy my year. I don't care what anyone else does to me. Like, what anyone else does to me, it doesn't matter. No matter how hard they fucking try. No matter how hard they fucking try. If anything, that just shows how damaged and how crazy and how weird and how evil you are. Has nothing to do with fucking me. So shut the fuck up and stop. Like, don't even try, because it's not even gonna work. It's not even gonna work. Okay, my next one, I said, I'm going to move out this year, be fully independent. I really still have plans to move out. I have plans to do it, and I really think like I would thrive being by myself, even though it is way more of a risk, being by yourself. And I realized how risky it is, almost like I said, being homeless. So I really want to just set myself up right and just move out accordingly and be fully independent, because I feel like I really am an independent person and I love it. My next one, I said, I'm going to be more controlled in how I move, not being clumsy. So I realized I think I'm a little bit clumsy in the slightest way, and I don't like that about myself. So I feel like being more controlled in how I move, in the most physical sense, and also emotionally, like, mentally, like I want to move in a way where it's not clumsy, where it's not weird, or it's not like, like just, I want it to be thought out. I want it to be like really just, it's like, wow, like you just move so, I want to say graceful, but it's also like you move so efficient. Like, you know what to do next, what just happened, and how you're going to, be in the present moment at this very second. Like, I really want to work on that. My next one, I said, I'm going to create more. So this year, like I said, I'm going to create, more content, and then also like just create more, like in general, like create more with my style, my fashion sense. Like, I just want to create. I feel like creating is so much fun. Like, it's almost orgasmic, because it's like, oh my God, like, you're just creating, like you're creating something. I feel like that's what an orgasm, well, no, that's not what an orgasm is. I feel like an orgasm is something else, but I mean, you can create something from an orgasm, or you can just have an orgasm without creating something. Well, actually, no, I think an orgasm is creating something, because it's like creating an experience. Like, an orgasm is an experience, but I could be wrong. I'm just trying to like make it fit. My next one, I said, is I'm going to have a deeper connection to God. So yeah, I'm going to have a deeper connection to God, and that's 0 point blank. Like, I'm going to do that. And yeah, I feel like my life is so much better with God in it. Next, I said, I'm going to always stay true to myself, always. I feel like I was better at actually staying true to myself, but I really just want to keep that up and just be like, just stay true to myself. Don't, put on a front. Don't try to like, be something that I'm not. Like, I really just want to show up as me, myself, and I, Jasmine, period. Because that's who I am. Next, I'm going to step into being the leader more. So you guys, I really think that like I'm supposed to be a leader in a lot of situations, but for some reason I get really comfortable being the follower, or being like, like not the like head person. But I really want to put myself in the leader role more, because I feel like I'm supposed to be there. It's just like I'm scared. Like, I'm gonna just be real honest. Like, I'm scared to be a leader because I feel like I'm going to mess up. I feel like people are just going to laugh at me at the end of the day. People are not going to actually follow me. Like, but I have to it's not really get rid of those feelings and thoughts, but it's more like I have to understand that, my feelings are valid in that area. Like, it is valid, because that's how you become a leader. You have to overcome those. And it's like, well, I don't want to go through it, basically. And I'm like, well, no, you just have to go through it. So yeah, I really want to be a leader more. Oh my God, guys, I feel like I'm talking for like forever, but we're almost done. Okay. My next one, I said, I'm going to stand my ground when I don't feel right about something. So a lot of times when like when shit happens, I'll let like the other person, if they think that they're right, I'll just let it go. But I really want to come back with like a sternness about me and be like, hey, like that was not cool. Like if something happened to me, or if someone's trying to it's hard to explain those situations because it really is situational, but I really want to get better at like just being strong in those instances. Like when I feel like something's not right, fucking say something. Don't be like, pussy. Like don't be pussy and just like sit there and be like, oh, I can't say nothing, or I'm just gonna be silent about it. Like, no, fucking say something about it. And if it creates a whole different world, who cares? So what? Like, it doesn't matter. This is your life, Jasmine. This is your fucking life, not theirs. And if you don't feel right about something, say something. Like, say something. Next, I said I'm going to step into my power, period. I'm going to step into my power. I'm fucking Jasmine. Like, I am Jasmine. Like, I realized through shrooms, I'm like, oh my God, I'm literally Jasmine. Like, I am so cool. Like, I am so cool. I'm fucking awesome, bruh. So I'm going to step into my power and become my best person that I can be. I want to be that person that like my younger self would be like, what the fuck? Like, we became that. It actually doesn't surprise me because we're that cool. Okay, like it doesn't surprise me, but it surprises me because it's like, wow, you actually did it. Like, I want to do that. I want to do that to myself because I'm gonna make it. Okay. My next one, I said I'm going to be stronger by not letting others affect my reality. So kind of similar to like what I said, like when I don't feel right about something, I'm not letting other people affect my reality. Like I'm through with that shit. Like, stop trying to throw something that's fake onto me, because at the end of the day, whatever they're trying to do, if they're trying to jab me, if they're trying to like fight me, basically, if they try to fight me, attack me, and I did nothing wrong, then all you doing is fighting air, for one, because I'm not there. Like, I'm not there. You're not doing nothing. That's one. Two, it's gonna just fucking boomerang back. Like, it's literally gonna go around my body and go right back to you, because something's gonna happen to you, and then it's gonna prove to me that you actually dumb and stupid and not actually cool. Like, you just weird and evil. It don't need to be in my life. But it's hard when you work with these people, or it's hard when you like have family members that are like this. So it's like you have to interact. But at the same time, it's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. At the end of the day, I know God's got me, and God will take care of your ugly ass. Basically, like, God will take care of your ugly ass. So stop trying to be ugly. Ugh. Next, I said I'm going to build up my discernment / intuition so I can trust myself more. Yes, guys, because I really want to trust myself. I feel like I have a hard time trusting myself. And I feel like by, doing the things that I really want to do, like actually checking off things on my checklist, like doing what I need to do will help me build my, like intuition and my discernment, and just help build my trust for myself. I really want to trust you, Jasmine. I want to trust you. Oh, so we are. And my last one, I said I'm going to save up a ton of money and stop eating out, make more meals. Yes, guys, because at the end of 2022, I was eating out like crazy, and I was just spending all types of money. And I'm like, no, I need to save up my money. I need to have a budget. I need to have a plan. I need to, have my own savings. Like, I need to figure this out, because I'm not about to just keep eating out and wasting money that I make. I'm not just going to keep eating my money. Like, hell no. I'm trying to move out. I'm trying to do shit. Like, potentially go on vacation, potentially like do whatever I need to do. Like, I need to save up and I need to make more meals, even though I'm tired from work, or I need to, save my money, like, take money out the bank. Like, I literally don't have money to spend, even though I could use the cash, but like, no, hide the money, even though I know where it's at. But like, if I'm out and about, if I don't got the money, I don't got the money. Like, I need to teach myself that. So yep, those are all of my resolutions that I have for 2023. And I can't wait to look back on this episode or look back on these resolutions next year, because I'm going to be 24 next year. I'm going to be 24 next year, and we're going to be powerful. I don't give a shit. I feel like I cursed a lot in this episode, but at the same time, again, I don't give a fuck. Like, I am just letting myself go, I'm letting myself go, and I'm being crazy, I'm being cool, I'm being weird, and this is who I am. Okay, guys? So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your favorite part. I know this episode was kind of all over the place. This is kind of my welcome back episode, but I feel like this episode actually went kind of smoothly, oddly enough. Make sure to follow me on everything, because you'll want to see what I create. Okay, you'll want to see it. Okay, I put a lot of effort into everything I do, and I really want others to enjoy it as much as I do. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next episode. Bye. Kiss.